Hi guys, this is on the section of applications of simultaneous linear equation two unknowns. Now, I'm just gonna focus more on how to construct the equations, the two equations, rather than solving. So in this video, I will be using the calculator program. So if you're in my group, you will know that there's a calculator program that can help you calculate the two answers immediately, but it has to be in the right form. So we're gonna work on that, how to put them in the right form. I'm gonna go through some common question types. I cannot cover all of them. It's hard to predict what kind of question types will come out. So I will just try to cover as much as possible. Number 3, perimeter equation. Hidden information is perimeter over here, I guess. Oh, equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle means there's a hidden information. All sides are equal. So this is something you should have learned. So it's quite hidden. They did not explicitly mention all sides are equal, but you have to figure that out from the name equilateral triangle. So let's see how we can make use of this hint. First of all, I could make AB equals BC, right? So that would be our first equation. 3x minus 2y equals to 8. That's the equation number 1. Equation number 2 can be AC equals to BC. So x plus 2y equals to 8. Now check if these two equations are in the right format before you put in your calculator. Again, the calculator is in the format of A, B, C. Now take notice that the number for C has to be on the right side of the equal sign, on the opposite side. Then we have D here, X here, and then Y here, right? Use the program now. A is 3, B is -2, not just 2. -2, C is 8, D is 1, invisible 1, X is 2, and Y is 8. So they give you the first number 4. 4 is for X, and Y is 2. If you click enter again, Y is 2. Alright, so that's the first example type, question type. Number 4, a father is 28 years older than his son. The age of the father is 3 times the age of his son. Two information given. One here, and here is the other one. Find X and Y. X is the father's age. Father's older, right? So if X is the father, in order for the son to be the same age as the father, son is Y, right? You gotta add 28 more years to the son so that they're equal in age. Alright, so let's say the father's 29 years old, the son will be 1 year old, right? If you add 28 to 1, it becomes 29. And finally, you have 29 equals to 29, which is within the rules of math. So you want them to be equal. Now, if you add 28 over here, then you can imagine you're adding more number to a larger number. So it's not equal. That equal sign is useless because they're not equal. So make sure that after you add 28, they are supposed to be equal. Left hand side and right hand side is supposed to be equal. So be careful where you add the 28. This is our first equation. The second equation is the age of the father is 3 times the age of the son. So again, the father is older, so you're not supposed to times 3 at the father, because if you times 3 on the father's side, you're making that number even larger, right? So in order for them to be equal, you're apparently supposed to times 3 on the smaller number, which is the son's age. The son is smaller number. So now, if you can imagine, they should be equal after multiplying 3 into Y. Now your job is to make them in the same, in the right format for the calculator. So we're gonna have X minus Y, move the Y to the left, equals 28. Then for the blue one, Y times 3 is 3Y, and move it to the left, you get -3Y. Nothing is left on the right, so it's 0. Now we have everything in the right format. Put them in your calculator. A equals 1, B equals -1, C equals 28, D equals 1, and then X equals -3, and finally Y equals 0. The first answer is 42 for X, and then the son's age is 14. Now 14 times 3 should be 42, and everything makes sense. Moving on. So number 5, let's see, number 5, let's try the more difficult one. Let's see. Let's go for 12. The number of candies owned by Vivian is 3 times that owned of Tim. If Vivian gives 5 of her candies to Tim, they will have the same number of candies. Find the total number of candies owned by Vivian and Tim. So before we start, we gotta make sure we have an unknown declared. If not, you have to declare it yourself. So let X and Y be the number of candies owned by Vivian and Tim. You have to add the word respectively. So when the word respectively comes, the first letter you declared is for the first name. X is for Vivian, Y is for Tim. And you have the word respectively there. If you don't have the word respectively, we're not sure which letter is for which. Okay, so we can make an equation now. The number of candies owned by Vivian is 3 times that of Tim. So we know that Vivian should have more, right? Vivian is X, Tim is Y. So if you want them to be equal, you gotta multiply 3 to the one who's poorer, which is Tim. Tim has less candies. So you gotta times 3 to Tim, so that finally they have equal amount of candies. Now, if Vivian, the other equation here, the other sentence, if Vivian gives 5 of her candies to Tim, then Tim is going to get 5 more, right? Makes sense? But a lot of you will forget that Vivian also subtracts by 5 because she gave it to Tim. So it's actually -5 on Vivian's side and adding 5 on Tim's side. These are your two equations. Just put them in the right form for your calculator. X minus 3y equals 0. X minus y, 5 plus 5 is 10. Put them on the calculator. I'm not going to go slowly now in the program. Hopefully you got it. If you did not get it, then go back to the first part of the video. 1, -3, 0, 1, -1, 10. 15. So Vivian has 15 and Tim has 5. Now the question is asking for total number of candies, so please answer it properly. Total number of candies is 15 plus 5, 20. Now let me see if there are other things that you might come across. I think price, you're okay. You can understand price, right? Now these kind of percentage questions, it's usually like if they say 30% more than English books, then you're gonna go like 1 plus 30% more will be English books or something like that. So Chinese book is 30% more than English books. So English is here, times 30% more will be the number of Chinese books. Something like that. And you just change it to decimal and then simplify everything. For ratio though, ratio, number of chickens to cows 5 to 2. If 60 chickens are added, then the number of chickens will be 3 times the number of cows. Okay, this one is quite complicated. X chicken. You're supposed to write in sentence, huh? I'm just saving time for the video. Y equals cows. The first equation, ratio is 5 to 2. So if you do ratio of chicken over cows, which is X over Y, the number of chicken divided by the number of cows, Y, will be in a ratio of 5 to 2. So that's 5 to 2 there. The other equation is 60 chickens added to the farm, then the number of chickens will be 3 times the number of cows. So chicken X, if you add 60 more, then it will be 3 times the number of cows. So Y is cows will times 3, so that for them to be equal. Because currently this the number over here is larger by 3 times than y, right? So if you want them to be equal, you gotta times 3 into y. Or divided by 3 over here. It doesn't matter for either one. Simplify it to something you want it to be, so you have 2x equals 5y. This will be x minus 3y equals negative 60. And one more step. 2x minus 5y equals 0. Then here, x minus 3y equals negative 60. Find the original number of chickens. So we need to find x. Put everything calculator. 2, negative 5, 0. 1, negative 3, negative 60. X is 300 chicken. So there are 300 chickens originally. On top of this, they added 60, right? So that's why they said original number of chickens. Okay, that's it for the video. Again, this is just the commonly questions that comes out. The common questions that comes out. I cannot cover everything, but hopefully it helped you with your homework. Okay, bye.